everybody, and welcome. This is Cruising with Ted. We have an exciting presentation from Uniworld today, so we're so glad to have you with us. Call this the Uniworld Boutique River Cruises live video event. My name is Ted Karbowski. I'm Cruising with Ted. There's my information right there. We'll tell you more about us later, but first we're going to start out by introducing German Jones. He's the Strategic Account Manager for Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. So he's going to tell you all about the line, whether you're just started, you're new, or if you've been around before. He's going to give you updated on all the latest new ships, new itineraries, and everything going on with Uniworld. So take it away, German Jones. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Ted. And can you see my screen okay?
Hold on here. I'm sure we can. Okay.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I can see it on my end, so I'm assuming everything's
Yeah, I see it now. I wasn't looking at it there, but yeah, it looks great. So you're ready to go. And again, welcome everybody. If you have any questions, please put them in the chat. Go ahead, German Jones from Uniworld.
All right. Thanks again, Ted. And hello, everyone. As Ted mentioned, my name is German Jones. I'm the Strategic Account Manager for Florida and Louisiana at Uniworld. And happy to go over, just some of the key pillars, hallmarks, highlights, just every, just keep you up to date with what's new with Uniworld and just give you an overall, a nice little overview as to what we offer and what makes us special. So basically, let's start off with just telling you a little bit about Uniworld. We've been around for 47 years. We're actually the oldest major river cruise line. Basically, we're a luxury boutique river cruise line. So just to go into some of the specifics as to what we offer, and I flipped over here, as to what we offer. So we have just absolutely delicious cuisine on board. It's all included. We're mostly all inclusive, and I'm going to go over these things now. So as I mentioned, we do offer cuisine on board, just delicious cuisine. That's basically we mimic the destination that we visit. So just so guests can really immerse themselves in that cuisine. We also have unlimited beverages as well, and that's alcoholic and non-alcoholic, which will be included. Scheduled transfers to and from the airport, and that's of course we'll cover that based on if you meet the guidelines for the timings for those pickup times. All onboard gratuities will be included. Most excursions will be included. We have Wi-Fi on board. That's all included. A lot of different fitness equipment on board entertainment as well. We have butler service that are included in all our suites throughout our trips in Europe. And so it's just really amazing, all the inclusions we have. And I'm going to go ahead and give you better examples as to each one as we go through here. So as far as the cuisine, I mentioned, we want guests to really immerse themselves in the destination and just have that authentic experience, authentic meal. And so we like to have, just our different, the cuisine based on the destination that we're visiting. Now, the chefs on board will disembark in the different farmers markets and go to, disembark in the different destinations and go to the local farmers markets, pick up freshly sourced ingredients, produce, bring them back onto the ship. And that's what they'll prepare for our guests, which is really nice. Now, we know that, of course, 95% of our guests are Americans. So we also have a traditional American meals as well on the menu for those guests, who are just a little bit hesitant to try, something of the region that we're visiting. Also, as far as meals, we do offer any type of, if you have any type of dietary restrictions, things like that, vegan, vegetarian, if you're gluten-free, things like that, or if you're looking for gluten-free meals, we'll go ahead and offer that. So just be aware of that we can cater to, to different dining preferences. Also, I mentioned alcoholic beverages and non-alcoholic beverages are included, which is really nice. So you basically can enjoy a couple drinks on board without having a bill at the end of the cruise. So just to give you an example of some of those, the premium alcohol that we offer on board Uniworld. So just Grey Goose vodka, Kettle One vodka, for example, Johnny Walker Black Label, we have Maker's Mark. I mean, we have on average about 20 different whiskeys on board our ship, on board each ship, I should say. So it really just, just to make sure we have a good variety and, so to be able to cater to whatever your drink of preference is. So this is really nice. So all drinks are included throughout the cruise, except for in Egypt. That's the only caveat for our trip in Egypt. Beer and wine are included for lunch and dinner, but all other itineraries you will have liquor included throughout the cruise. All right. Also, I mentioned it earlier with as far as fitness on board. For those guests that like to stay active, we definitely have different things that you can take advantage of. So number one here, just in the picture, you can see some of the activities we have, which is that's an example of our yoga classes we have every morning, and that's of course included for those guests that want to participate in that. We also have bicycles that we'll lend out. We have about 25 bicycles per ship, so plenty of bicycles for guests that want to take a stroll throughout along side the river or throughout the destinations. We also have a gym on board all of our European ships. So if you'd like to get a little workout there, you can certainly do that. We have Nordic walking poles to utilize and different fitness equipment. So that is available on board Uniworld. Also, our service is something that we always like to mention and just really emphasize how great our onboard staff is. I mean, they really go above and beyond to make sure that guests are just having an incredible experience. I mentioned that you do have a butler in all of our suites throughout our trips in Europe, but even just a standard stateroom, the staff members just go above and beyond to make sure that guests are just having an incredible time. And it starts in every facet of the onboard staff. So, like for example, bartender, you might order a drink on the first night and throughout the day, and then by the second day they already know your drink of choice, and they're serving it to you before you even ask. And it's just those little things that really help Uniworld stand out from other river cruise lines. And as far as excursions, most excursions I mentioned are included. So and we have definitely really nice excursions. So just to give you an example of one, I was just on a cruise just 2 weeks ago, I was in Austria, in Vienna, visited the Schönbrunn Palace. And when we did that, or excuse me, let me rephrase that. I visited the Schönbrunn Palace on a private excursion with Uniworld, and that's something that we do offer. It's about between 1 to 3 private excursions per trip that are for an additional charge. So just be aware of that, but most excursions are included. And then to give you an example of one that is included. So in that same day, we went to the Vienna Art Museum, and early in the morning, it was closed to the general public. It was just for us, and it was just amazing. So just be aware that most excursions are included on Uniworld, but there are a few that are for an additional charge, and that's called the Masterpiece Collection. Okay, spa treatments are an additional charge for Uniworld. It is something that we offer. But just be aware of that. I like to emphasize all the inclusions and then any extras that you may encounter. So, really, it's just the Masterpiece Collection, and any spa treatments are generally what may be for an additional charge if you chose to do them. Okay, and then now I'd like to go over some of the different some of the different themed cruises that we offer on Uniworld. So this first one here, it's our holiday seasons cruises. So really nice. It centers around like Christmas markets trips. So that's something that it's a popular themed cruise for us. Another one is our Jewish heritage cruises. This is another very popular one. We'll visit different synagogues, learn about Jewish culture and things like that. So this is another really nice one. We also have the connoisseur collection, and this particular one centers around, it's for wine enthusiasts, foodies, things like that. And we have these trips throughout France. So 3 different itineraries in France that you can choose that connoisseur collection. And then we also have the generations themed cruises. So we do have a few cruises per year where we'll have generations themed. Well, basically, kids can come on board and enjoy different activities and things like that with kids their age, which is really nice. So anyone looking to travel with a family, with kids of, multi-generational family, kids of different ages, just as long as it is starting at least 4 years old, then definitely keep us in mind. And we have these generations themed cruises throughout, when kids are out of school, like summertime frame, and spring break, things like that. And our mystery cruise is very popular as well. That's another themed cruise that we offer, where you just don't know all the details of the cruise. It's kind of kept a mystery, and it's for guests who just want a little bit of an adventure and really just want to be surprised as to what they're going to get. And our CEO Ellen Bettridge really plays a big role in putting together the itinerary and things like that. So it's always goes, it's always amazing. That's another very popular cruise for us. Okay, and then now I just want to talk about our ships a little bit. So we do have one-of-a-kind award-winning ships, and they're absolutely amazing. And just to give you a little snapshot here of our fleet, as you can see, every ship is completely different. That's the neat thing about Uniworld. That's where one of the things that makes us really unique. We have just beautiful decor, and as far as the itinerary, as far as the ships they're all different, and no 2 suites even within our fleet are the same. So we're very unique in that sense. And I'm going to go ahead and give you examples here. Well, I'd like to show you first the Bon Voyage. It's this particular trip travels throughout France. It was transformed in 2019, and as you can see, this here is the lobby area. So really nice in decor. This here is one of the lounge areas that we have, and just beautiful. And as you can see there, the background, you have that French sign. I mentioned earlier, we want guests to really immerse themselves in the destination. So aside from just eating the local cuisine, we also make sure that our ships are always, the decor matches the destination that we're visiting. So that's why you see that French-inspired theme on this particular ship, as you can see. So just beautiful upholstery. And this here is the top deck area. We have an infinity pool in the back, which is pretty neat. We have up to $1 million worth of artwork on each one of our ships, which obviously makes the experience a lot nicer and everything. And here we have a French balcony stateroom. And here we have a suite. As you can see, you have that separate area there. And the suite comes with blue marble bathrooms, so it's just absolutely beautiful. All of our bathrooms in our fleet are marble, so it's just really nice. We make sure to to cover all bases, make sure that it's just absolutely beautiful, so for you to experience. And as far as our itineraries, so we have cruises all throughout Central Europe. I mentioned that we have 3 different ships in France. We have a ship in Italy as well. We also do Spain and Portugal, a ship there. So we're, all throughout Europe. But we also do have extraordinary itineraries as well, a little bit more exotic. And those 4 different itineraries are Vietnam and Cambodia, Egypt, Peru, and India. Those are the 4 exotic, extraordinary itineraries that we have. And let me go ahead and tell you about something new that we've just added within the last year and a half or so. It's our cruise and rail program. So we've partnered up with Golden Eagle Luxury Trains. Their brand is very similar to ours, so we like to say it's the perfect pairing. They're also a luxury rail brand, and this is really great for those of you who want to take advantage of your time in Europe and do like basically do a cruise and rail combination. You can certainly do that, and just to give you examples of just what Golden Eagle offers, they offer 5-star pre and post hotels. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner will be included daily. Alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks will be included. The entertainment is great on board. They have a resident pianist in the bar lounge car. So it's very similar to what Uniworld offers, and it's meets that that luxury standard. So that's why we partnered up with them, just to make sure for guests who want to do that cruise and rail combo, we have that available. Okay, and then another thing I'd like to mention is we've started something for 2023. It's called the Rivers of the World Cruise, and it was so popular that we've made one for 2024 as well. And I'm going to give you both itineraries here, so you can take a look as to what we're offering. But for 2023. If this particular trip, it's for those of you who have, who have the time. It's from May 20th through July 5th. So it's quite a long cruise. It's going to cover. It's 5 cruises combined into one long trip. So it's going to cover 2 continents, 9 countries, and 5 rivers. And as I mentioned, it's going to be 5 ships. So let me go through the different the itinerary here. So the first part of the ship is going to start in Egypt. It's going to be 11 days. The second part is Switzerland and Italy. That's another 11 days. Third part is Hungary, Austria, and Germany on the Maria Theresa. That's 7 days. The fourth part is France and the SS Joie de Vivre, 7 days. And the last leg of the trip is Portugal and Spain, and that's 11 days. So just be aware of that for those of you who are interested. And we do also have it available or have a different one available for 2024 from October 3rd through November the 26th. And that's 3 continents, 10 countries, and it's going to travel throughout. Let me go through, this is just an overview as to where we're traveling to, but let me go through each one. So the first part is going to be in South America, doing Peru, Argentina, and Brazil. The second part is going to be in Central Europe, doing the Netherlands, Germany, Austria, and Hungary. The third part is going to be traveling to Burgundy and Provence. And the last part of the sailing is Southeast Asia, doing Vietnam and Cambodia. So just keep that one in mind as well for those of you who are interested. So as far as the current offers, I do want to let you know what Uniworld has available. Right now we just started our Year to Remember offer. So it's going to be up to $1,500 off per person. And that's if you book, now until February the 28th. But of course, it is capacity controlled. So the sooner that the better to take advantage of that promotion. And the neat thing about Uniworld with our booking process is, let's say you book a cruise in 2024, for example, you put 10% deposit down in order to secure it, and something in the next few months comes about that you have to cancel it. With our deposit policy, it's very flexible. As long as you're outside of the final payment date, which is 4 months prior to the cruise, you can go ahead and cancel, receive a refund for everything except $200 per person. That we keep as a credit for you to use to utilize on a future Uniworld cruise. So we just keep it as a credit. It's not even we keep it as like a penalty. You lose the funds. So that's pretty neat, and you can use that credit up to 5 years after the cancellation. So just keep that in mind. Also, we have great solo traveler savings, which is really nice for those of you who travel alone. You can certainly do that and not get stuck with that that single supplement surcharge on many sailings. So what that solo traveler promotion does, it enables us to go ahead and remove the single supplement surcharge. So you're essentially going to be paying the same amount as if you were sharing the cabin with someone and splitting the cost, which is really neat. So that solo traveler promotion, it's not available, of course, on all sailings, but it is on select sailings. So, Cruising with Ted team and Ted Carbasky can certainly assist you with letting you know which ones are available and all that. And we also have the past guest, the River Heritage Club promotion, which is our past guest promotion. That's up to $500 per person. So of course you would qualify for that if you've been on Uniworld before, but if you haven't been on Uniworld before and you have been on one of our sister brands, such as, for example, African Travel, Lion World Travel, if you've been on Contiki, if you've been on Trafalgar, Insight Vacations, Luxury Gold, just to name a few brands, those are our sister brands where our parent company is the Travel Corporation. So we do extend that past guest promotion to any of our sister brands, which is really neat. And then lastly, I'd like to mention the shipboard credit promotion that you're able to get through Cruisin with Ted, and that's $150 per person shipboard credit. And the neat thing about that is I did mention earlier in the presentation that as far as extras, you will have extras for if you did like a spa treatment, that would be additional. And if you did one of the masterpiece collections, which is typically about 1 to 3 per itinerary, that there will be an extra charge for, you can utilize that shipboard credit for it. So so that would work out perfectly. So just wanted to inform you about all these promotions, just so you're aware. And and thank you very much, everyone, for being part of today's presentation. If you do have any questions, please just go ahead and put them in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer them. And let's take it back to you, Ted.
Okay, thank you so much. We did have some questions here, so I'm just gonna go through them. Can you see the chat? Well, anyway, I can do it.
I can't see it. Let me.
Jerry Alt said, I went on a Danube cruise. It was fabulous. It also didn't hurt that there were only 43 passengers, second sailing after COVID. That's from Jerry. So He said it was fabulous.
Yep. We had a few sailings like that, post-COVID, right after,
Jennifer wants to know why is Egypt different for the drinks package?
Oh, that's just the contract that we set up with their with their government,
And then GA said they're going next Lyon to Avignon. Okay. Robert said, my wife and I have a cruise booked for March 2023, Tulips and Windmills. Please remind me, is the PIF paid in full still required in advance? And are there any other documents required in advance or any other information they might need to know?
The pay in full is always due 4 months prior to the cruise. So if you're doing that Tulips, then it should be due already. So just double check that on your invoice. Just to make sure that it's that you haven't passed the date, and if you have, just make sure you take care of that immediately. And no, as far as information, sure, you're all set. We always send out any pertinent information, and just as long as you just complete your online profile and everything like that prior to the cruise, you're all set. So. Yeah.
Okay, and you may have already. Okay, here's one. Someone said they didn't like the Wi-Fi. Has the Wi-Fi gotten better?
Yes. We're always trying to improve Wi-Fi. Now, at the same time, understandably, there are certain areas that we just go through. Just depending on the country that we're visiting, it makes it impossible to have that perfect Wi-Fi. But just depending on what region you are and things like that, you're going to see it is a little spotty at times, and you'll have better Wi-Fi in certain countries than others.
Okay, I had a couple questions myself. By the way, my name's Cruisin with Ted. I'm the one sponsoring this. German, in terms of, and you might have already mentioned this, any other special preparations they need to know, COVID-wise, health-wise? Also, and you may have mentioned this as well, but a lot of times people ask me about excursions. I don't believe you can I don't know if you can book them in advance or if you have to, what it's like on board with your excursions, anything else, any special, nights or any special dinners that they have to set up or prepare for. What about that?
Okay, great questions. Yeah. So starting with the first one, as far as COVID, we had a pretty stringent policy with throughout the pandemic. Now, of course, as the rest of the world has, we've eased off of that. For 2023, a vaccine will not be required on Uniworld as it was in 2022. And as far as our policies on board, they're based on the destination that we're visiting. So, if by chance there's some sort of spike or something in a particular country that we're visiting, the government will let us know. And of course, we convey that information as well, just to make sure that you all are prepared with, the necessary information, whether you do, whether a test will be required, whether a mask will be required. But we just haven't seen that the last, many months. And then regarding the excursions are generally booked on board. So the first night of the cruise manager will give an overview of all the different excursions that we offer, and they'll let us know, you can sign up for whichever ones, you want to participate in. And then as far as, all the included ones, of course, for no additional charge. For the Masterpiece Collection, you can also go ahead at that point and sign up for those excursions, just to make sure that you secure your spot. And there was one other thing, the dinner. Yeah, the dinner. So we have the welcome and farewell dinners. So those you tend to typically dress a little bit nicer for those, than you would the other nights. But typically on board Uniworld, the dress code is just like a country club casual. It's nothing overly fancy or anything like that.
All right. Jennifer says, I'm from the UK. What other nationalities do you transport?
So,
in other words, what other nationalities are on board?
Yeah, so of course as far as our staff members, they're just all international, just different from different places of the world, which is really neat. As far as the particular guests on board Uniworld, we offer anyone can travel on Uniworld. We typically see mostly Americans on board our Uniworld cruises, but it's open to anyone. But the majority of guests on board tend to be Americans.
Thank you. And what is Kathy wants to know, what is the savings on the year to remember deal?
So it's up to $1,500 per person. And so just depending on the sailing, it's open till about 300 different itineraries. So if they just contact you, Ted, with what type of cruise that they're interested in, what time frame, things like that, you can just take a look and see which ones apply for that deal, and then just convey that information to them.
Thank you. RA wants to know about passenger information form. Is it still required before the cruise? And it is completed online. If you could just give them a little information how to navigate to that.
Sure. So you'll receive
my screen.
Yeah, you'll receive an email if you haven't already of just how to do that. You'll get the link, you click on it, and then just fill out it's really simple. It's basically just putting in your contact information, if you have any dietary restrictions, things like that. But it's a pretty little simple form, and it's pretty quick to fill out.
Okay, and that's excellent. Was there any other pertinent information you'd like to share, or anything else before I share my screen?
No, I think we've covered a good basis.
Good. All right. Just give me a minute here to set up. Anything else you wanted to say? While I do that, just give me some time here. Hold on a second. Sharing my screen. Present. Can you see my screen now? Is it going into presentation mode, I hope?
Yep, we can see it.
And it says welcome.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining us today. Welcome aboard. Oh, somebody said if for some reason the trip is canceled, do you offer refunds or credits?
Oh yeah, it'll absolutely be one or the other. It just depends on the reason for cancellation.
Okay, good. All right. Now I should be in presentation mode, right? Excellent. Anyway, welcome aboard. This is Ted Karbowski, Cruising with Ted. So I'm so glad you're able to join us today. We're here with Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. This is our live event. We have a series of live events with all the major travel providers. Uniworld is one of our most special travel providers. A very unique cruise line, boutique, everything's tailored to your needs. Pretty much anything you need or want, they can take care of while you're on the cruise. Want to thank German Jones, our strategic account manager with Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. He works with me and other travel agents in South Florida. And that's me, Ted Kowalski, president of Cruisin with Ted. So since the turn of the century, we have successfully assisted tens of thousands of discerning travelers just like you. We offer insider access to travel deals on all major vacation vendors, not just cruises, but travel, land travel as well. So whether you're, looking for an ocean cruise, you're looking for air travel, boutique hotels, each of our agents average over 20 years of seasoning in the travel industry. So you want to find out more about us and find out more about travel in general, like our Facebook page called Cruisin with Ted, and join, sign in there. We have a Facebook group for Uniworld Boutique River Cruises. So join our Facebook group. There's some people, it shows a picture of people sharing their stories and pictures. It's a lot of fun to, it's a great way to tell others about Uniworld and also about your own travel. We do have a website. It's called cruisinwithted.com. And with Cruisin with Ted, we like to say all the perks are included in addition to what the travel companies offer. So go on our website, cruisinwithted.com, sign in to win a free vacation, receive our special offers, and you can search for all the different travel companies right there. These are all the different cruise lines, including Uniworld, of course. So you can go on there and you can do a cruise search. You can find out more about river cruising. We have a lot of special information. There's something showing that $300 cabin credit on every cruise that German mentioned. That's something in addition to what the cruise lines offer. So you get everything that the cruise lines offer when you call us. Even if you're already booked on a cruise, you might be able to turn over your reservation to us to service. So, be aware of that. We also have other things on our website as well, such as destination guides. We have destination guides for thousands of destinations. Here's one's Budapest. You can go in there and put in world destinations and put in the city that you're interested in, and you can get all the updates on what's going on there. Now, there is a little test here. I guess you could call it a little trivia contest. So here's a question for you guys. The Danube River is the second longest river in Europe. Which river is the longest? The Danube River is the second longest river in Europe. Which one is the longest? Anybody want to try that? Hey, Jeremy, can you see the chat?
Yep, I can see it.
Anybody answer that one?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I can see your screen. I can't see the chat.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can get it here. No, they didn't do it. All right. So anyway, hold on. Let me try this. Control Alt H. Well, not really. It's not really working for me right now. Anyway, I usually have somebody help me with this. But if you got it, excellent. The Danube River is the second longest river in Europe. Which river is the longest? The longest river in Europe is the Volga in Russia. So the Danube is the second longest. Okay, so we're going to do a couple more questions here. So if you put it in the chat, we'll see what you answer in there. Which ship sports a cascading waterfall? Which of the Uniworld ships sports a cascading waterfall? Anybody know that one? Go ahead and put your answers in the chat, okay? Love to see what you have to say there. All right. So the SS Catherine reception area has this wonderful, and the main lobby are located on the Avignon deck. This is where typically board the vessel and depart local excursions. You are greeted by a large green and gold glass horse standing in front of a circular glass elevator that is drenched in a cascading waterfall. How about that, German?
Yes,
right?
Very nice. I saw Kathy answered that.
Oh, okay, so Kathy answered that? Okay, anybody answer the first one?
No, I saw, well, when I saw, because I can see the pop-ups, I can't see the actual chat screen. So I just saw a couple people guess the line, but it wasn't,
I had two
it
screens
was
going before this thing, but then I had to abandon that. So I had a little technical issue here, but thank you, Kathy, for answering that. Okay, one more. What is the name of the parent company of Uniworld? Da 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 da. Okay, what
Yep,
is in it? This is the last and final
Robert,
question.
Robert Alexander got it, the travel corporation.
Okay, and he was paying attention because we did mention that. The Travel Corporation is a private hotel group and travel company based in Cypress, California, United States. Its brands include Trafalgar, Contiki, Insight, Cruisin, Uniworld River Cruises, Red Carnation Hotels, and others, along with the Bouchard Foundation Vineyards. How about that? So they got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Well, thank you. Who was it that got that one?
Alexander Roberts.
Good job, Alexander Roberts, and thanks for paying attention. Okay. We have some client testimonials here. People do love our personalized service. So like I say, whether you're just starting your planning or already booked, it's not too late. Please reach out to us. These are members of our team. We've got Roxanne out west in Vegas, Mary Pat's in Florida. That's me. Christy's in New York. So there's our name. There's our phone numbers. We'd love to hear from you and help you with your cruise. So please contact us. In addition to our exclusive offers, we are seasoned travelers ourselves and know what is needed and when it is needed. So there are no surprises, regardless of where you are in travel planning. Please contact Ted today, or the other numbers there, 954-290-8626. Hello at cruisinwithted.com. Anything else you wanted to share with us?
No, I think we covered.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I think we covered it.
Okay, this is really a great opportunity for you to learn more about Uniworld. Thank you for joining. We'll try to post a recording of this on our Facebook page. We also have a YouTube channel, Cruisin with Ted. Thank you for joining us today, and keep traveling. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Thank you, German, and thank
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Today. All right. Bye-bye.